Let's face it, trying to keep up with all the research pouring out, it can feel like, well, a bit much sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. Whether you're prepping for something or just trying to learn a new area, it's easy to feel overwhelmed.
You want to be informed, right? But not drowning.
Exactly. We're just swimming in data these days, finding ways to cut through that noise. That's the key.
And that is exactly what we're diving into today. We're looking at an AI tool, a new one, that says it can help streamline research.
Yeah, and our source for this is a pretty interesting YouTube video. It's from El Nagmi Consulting Office.
Right. And what's quite unique here is the original video, it's actually in Arabic.
Correct. Presented by Professor Dr. Kamal El Nagmi. We managed to understand it thanks to Microsoft Edge's translation feature.
Which is pretty amazing in itself, isn't it? Bridging those language gaps.
Definitely shows how technology can open things up globally.
So Professor El Nagmi, you can tell he's really enthusiastic about using AI for academic stuff.
Yeah.
He introduces this tool, Kimi Plus. It's from China. And importantly, the version he shows, it initially pops up in Chinese.
Which, right off the bat, is a hurdle for a lot of us, highlights that global software challenge. First step is often getting past the language.
So how did he manage? Well, he shows that inside Kimi Plus, there's something called Kimi Assistant.
Okay.
And within that, he uses a translate web function. And boom, the menus, the options, they show up in English.
Ah, so it's built in. That's smart. Really crucial if they want researchers everywhere to use it. Makes sense.
Totally. So once he gets past the language bit, we see the main features. One's called Kimi Exploration.
Okay, what's that do?
It's described as a web page explorer. But the kicker is, it claims it can handle more than 100 pages at the same time to gather info.
Wow, 100 pages? Simultaneously.
Yeah. Imagine trying to just scan that many. The potential for a quick overview seems huge.
It really does. I mean, for that initial sweep, that could be incredibly fast. You do have to wonder, though, about the depth you get from skimming 100 sources at once.
True. Speed versus depth, the classic trade-off.
But still, for surveying, that's powerful.
Then there's another one, popular online article generator.
Okay, sounds straightforward enough.
Well, yes, an AI assistant for writing articles, but it also specifically mentions writing literary novels online.
Novels? Really? That's quite a jump from research papers.
Right. Research support and creative writing, all in one place.
It definitely suggests they're aiming for a broad, versatile kind of content tool, not just academic. Makes you curious about the AI model handling both.
Now, hold on, because here's where it gets a little unexpected. There's a feature called Tarot Master.
Sorry, Tarot Master, as in cards.
Yep, you heard right. It's described as an AI assistant for solving personal problems, basically like fortune telling.
You're kidding.
Nope. He even chose an example question. What are the consequences of the decision that I am about to take?
And what does it do?
Apparently it gives probabilities, odds for if you do it versus if you don't. He even compares it to reading coffee grounds and shells.
Okay, that's definitely not something you expect in an academic research tool. Wow.
I know.
It makes you think about their overall vision, doesn't it? Is it purely academic or more like a general AI life assistant? Very strange mix.
Very. Okay, back to more familiar ground. There's academic research.
Ah, that sounds more like it.
Described as a tool for writing research papers, specifically mentions using styles like APA, American Psychological Association.
Right, APA. That's essential for a lot of fields. Integrating citation styles like that, it shows they understand academic needs. Could save a lot of formatting hassle.
Then there's long article generation. This helps write reports, apparently, but also helps with planning. Like you can ask it for the steps to research a topic.
That planning aspect, that could be really useful. Not just writing, but structuring the whole project. Valuable for students and experienced researchers alike.
Yeah, outlining, getting a roadmap. Could save time, make things more systematic. And then quickly, there's PPT generation, making presentations, obviously, and a translation function, which, as we discussed, is pretty vital given the starting point.
So you've got research gathering, article writing, presentation building, translation. It's aiming to be quite an integrated package, isn't it? Covering a lot of the research workflow.
Seems like it. Okay, so that's the menu. How does it actually work? Professor El Nagmi showed two main things. First, writing a scientific article.
Right.
And he was very specific, told the AI, write an English scientific article on the use of essential oils and plant extracts in poultry nutrition following the APA system.
Ah, so explicitly requested English again. Good.
Yeah, and he even gave it specific points to research within that topic.
That's key, providing those specifics. You can't just say, write about birds. You need detail.
Yeah.
And specifying the APA style right in the prompt, too. Smart.
And the AI just went ahead and did it. He points out it includes a review of literature section. Looks like it's following APA. His reaction was positive, like, okay, it's good, it's great.
Impressive. Automating a lit review and formatting, that's a huge time sink usually.
For sure. And then you get options to download it or copy it, ready to use.
Of course, you'd still need to check everything, right? The content, the sources it pulled. You wouldn't just submit it as is.
Oh, absolutely. Treat it like any draft, but a very quick first draft.
A very quick one, potentially saving hours. Okay, what was the second demo?
Creating a presentation, he just prompted. Essential oils for poultry nutrition. Let's go. Quite simple.
And did it stick with English?
Seems like it. He didn't explicitly ask this time, but the output was in English.
So it remembers the context from the previous task. That's useful. Saves repeating yourself.
Yeah, seems like it. So the AI does a search, pulls out key points for the slides, things like formulation, other additives, future uses.
Okay, so it identifies subtopics automatically. That's helpful for structure.
Then there's a big button. Generate the PPT with one click.
One click. Seriously.
Yep. Then it shows some presentation templates. Interestingly, the names of the templates were still in Chinese.
Huh. Okay, a little glitch in the translation there.
Maybe. He picks a template, and whoosh, it generates the whole presentation super fast.
Right.
Based on the points it found and the template style.
That's pretty neat.
You see the slides populate. There's even like a placeholder for a logo. Then you can view the final thing. The speed was really noticeable.
Yeah, whipping up slides that quickly from research points, that could be a game changer for researchers who present a lot.
Definitely saves time putting the basic structure together.
Though, same caveat as before, you'd need to review it carefully, check the content, make sure the template actually looks good.
Right, always the human check. So, stepping back, looking at this whole demo, what are the big takeaways from Kimi Plus?
Well, we saw it helping with finding information, writing academic-style articles, creating presentations.
And doing it quickly, seemingly, quite easily.
Yeah, the speed and apparent ease of use are definitely highlights. And that APA formatting integration is a big plus for academics. But yeah, you've got that very odd Tarot Master feature thrown in the mix, raises questions about who exactly this is for.
And the initial language hurdle, relying on translation tools, that's a factor too, especially for widespread use.
Definitely. So it's a mixed bag, but with some potentially powerful research features.
Absolutely. This deep dive, based on that one video, gives us a really interesting first look at Kimi Plus. It certainly paints a picture of AI getting more, well, integrated into how we might do research.
And that brings up a really interesting question, I think, for you listening. When you have tools like this, bundling research aids, writing help, presentation tools, and even personal guidance things, all in one app, what does that mean?
Yeah, what are the implications? Good and bad. How could this change the whole landscape of finding information, doing research, maybe even just thinking?
It's something to really mull over. How might tools like Kimi Plus or others that are bound to come along fit into your own workflow? Or should they?
It definitely gives you something to think about. The way we find and use knowledge, it's clearly changing fast. This is just one snapshot of what that future might start to look like.